How's it going? I am doing a regular thing today. I've had this favorited meal that many of you have seen for a long time. I'm trying to pull this up so I can make sure I get this going. I've had this favorite meal that I've had for a long time, the salmon toast. It is a favorite of the channel from Takoma Bevco. Many of you have had it, probably seen it, or at least experienced me eating. Yeah. Wait a second. Give you a little view. Oh, this is in the way. There we go. Yeah, no, it's a good day. My mom's in town, so we're gonna hang out today. Try and get a bunch of stuff done. Not sure what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do stuff. That's what we do. I'm excited. I'm excited to see her. We hung out yesterday. Just did a little thing in between watching the AEW pay per view. I fell asleep halfway through it, though my wife told me everything else that happened. I don't know what it was. I was just really tired yesterday. But my boy Swerve won, so that's cool. I'm happy about that. I did not want Osprey to win that, so that's good. I just feel like Swerve's got so much more to do with that title, and I'm kind of always waiting for him to do full heel turn with and Keith Lee come and type of thing. It's just I know it's a soap opera for boys. I realize that. Though I don't feel like it's just that anymore. I think that was the case for pro wrestling, but I feel like it's expanded past that at this point. I know a lot of women who really love it, so I feel like it's not simply made for men anymore, which is good because I feel like it wasn't as good when they were just trying to get dudes to watch it. It's just stupid. Mm. I am up on my meds, so this is good. Taking lots of vitamins, herbs, medicines, etc. My iced coffee, oat milk. It feels good, you know? I'm tired still, but it feels good. I'm gonna try and remember to record the day. I did ask my mom if she would like to be on the show today. Said no. She feels too camera shy, which is fair. She's staying in a hotel. She's not like any other. She's not like watching me from a distance on the couch or something. She definitely brought the cool air with her though, so that's cool. Cause it's been hot, man, like real hot. And I've been struggling with this heat, so I'm glad we've had a break from that. Sometimes it's just brutal. Like the heat is just insane. Like you can't make peace with it, you know? Like it follows you, it gets inside you even. And then you gotta figure out like how you're gonna handle it, what you're gonna do, etc. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend heat in general. It's kind of a mess. Sorry, I'm putting a link on Instagram. It's not doing Instagram anymore, just in case people forgot. They are using AI to script everybody's art stuff, and I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that even a little bit. So that's where I am right now. I'm gonna try to do that. So mostly, the I've expanded my 3 book reading a day to 4 book reading a day. Because it leaves me with as I eat my breakfast, as I eat my lunch, and then twice that I feed the kids, the cats. There we go. That'll make it easy. Um, and yeah, they're good. There's the Basquiat Handbook. There's the Fuck Up by Arthur Nassassin. There is the first Dune book by Frank Herbert. I should have known that. And then there is something about the stars by Carson Benson, I think. By Carson Ellis. There we go. By Carson Ellis. Or Malloy. Carson Malloy. Um, they're all really good books. I don't know, I've always been kind of one of those people who just likes to read. It's weird. I know it's got to be strange in this day and age of people. I like to read books. I'm not really a big fan of like scrolling through books. I've done it a few times. Like I read the entire Dead Mech series on my phone. Just like this. It was good, but the experience was kind of lesser exciting than I wanted it to be. So, yeah. Mm. So, Gladys, what did you have for breakfast today? Did you eat a lot of stuff? Did you run around? What did you do? You know, how did it go? Are you planning on doing anything this weekend? Are you gonna do any type of fun little? Are you gonna grill? Are you gonna do fireworks? Are you gonna do any type of crazy stuff? I got like this fake meat carne asada that I'm really excited to do stuff with. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get some plantains. Fry those bad boys up, or maybe just grill them. It'd be good. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm trying to think. What else do I have planned for this week? I'm mostly gonna work. Alec and I are getting a new printer, so I'm gonna start doing my own prints. I'm gonna stop using my company that I used to use prints anymore after this, which is exciting. I like the idea of being able to just kind of make like a small set and not have to make any minimum orders anymore. I like pulled my neck sometime last night. I don't know what happened. I probably fell asleep on the couch like this. I think that's what it is. I just gotta stretch it out and allow myself to just kind of be at peace with it. Oh, there we go. I've been watching all these like dynamic stretching videos on YouTube actually. How to get back into it. My friend Roscoe, who is a personal trainer, told me, you know, as you get older, one of the things you have to make sure you do is stretch every day, even when you don't want to, particularly when you don't want to. I said mobility is kind of one of those things that when you lose it, it's really hard to get back. So I forget and remember that periodically. In my mind, I really want to have like a plant garden somewhere like an outdoor on the patio. I think the hard part is one, the cats, because they're devious. Though they are in love, my mom brought them a bunch of mice, and she also brought them like a new scratching post. So they're being weirdly territorial towards the scratching post, towards each other. So at night we have to take it and put it away because they'll fight over it. Who gets to sleep on it? Go figure. I think my big plans for the day, more than anything, are greetings, Netararu. How are you? I think the big plan for the week, I'm gonna work on my art video for tomorrow. I'm going to try and get a bunch of textures and stuff worked out. I'm going to plan on the first casts, the first molds of the clay. Now it's completely dry. I love books. I think books are very interesting. I've been having this conversation with a couple of my friends about like philosophies and kind of books from all over the world. And it's just been very interesting to me how everything kind of coincides and moves in unison. We keep joking about random synchronicity, which is, you know, you walk towards someone, you're trying to pass, and they go left and you go left. And independently, you go right and they go right. And then you do the whole type of thing. And it happens in the universe in so many different ways that it's just really, it's really fascinating. I had this really great conversation with Alec about keeping a good mindset and excuse me, keeping a good mindset and realizing like you're gonna feel how you feel about things, but feeling how you feel about them is not the end all and be all of them. Like, you have to try to ignoring your raw emotions about how you feel and what you're doing. So something pisses you off. You need to acknowledge that it makes you angry, but you need to not let it consume you. And like finding that middle ground is, I don't know, it's kind of that thing of like you're in it, but you need to be beside it. You know? Like experiencing, I find that a lot when I'm painting. Like I'll be in the middle of working on something, and somehow there's a part of my brain that goes, what is the best angle to like show this via a photograph or a video? And so as I'm making, it used to be a case when I was younger as an artist, I would be making and then I would stop and everything would stop. And then I'd set up all my equipment and I'd do all these things and then I'd come back and like I'd lose most of my momentum and like I'd try and make something and it'd be good, but it was just, it didn't have the same kind of rolling energy that it would have had I just kind of adapted and moved with it, you know? Adaptive energy is kind of one of those really great things that comes into importance. So I was talking to an herbalist last week. He approached me, saw my patch, and he was like, he's a guy I know, and he was like, you know, we could probably do something to help you with that, with like some Chinese medicine. And I was like, I would love that. That would be great. It would be nice to be able to eat regular food more often as opposed to. I mean, I'm still having to like do everything, but when you're out in the world and it's hard to find a good salad when you're out in the world sometimes. So you either have to bring stuff with you or you have to just kind of wait till you get home sometimes. And weirdly enough, the healthier you try to eat, the more expensive it is on the outside world. So you have to kind of figure out the best way to do these things. And I say this partially as a person with diabetes, but I also say this as an artist who's out in the world trying to make their art on surfaces, paid, of course, and just all these types of things. And it's just really important that you have the energy to then do these magnificent, gigantic pieces or whatnot, or see go have meetings with people to see what they'd like and so on. I've got this one guy right now who I'm talking to, who wants me to consider doing a book cover for his novel. I'm very excited about this. I don't know that I'm the right artist for him. He has a lot of kind of color ideas, um, and he has a very digital mindset about it, and I don't really do digital art, not in that way. So I'm going to try to talk to him and see if I can get him to think of it more in a traditional way, to do more kind of like a Sedaris Van Gogh painting cover with the skeleton with the cigarette. You know what I mean? Like not that image, but it's a painting that he then used as his cover. And I just think it's one of those really amazing, beautiful pieces that happen. So, I'm talking to him. I'm trying to get him to understand. He doesn't really have like all the words, so to speak, to. He doesn't have all the words, so to speak, on how to best illustrate what he wants as a cover. He's just kind of made something with AI art. It was like kind of like this, and I was like, well, do you want this as a painting, or do you want like? I'm confused a little bit. So I'm trying to get him to kind of get out of his shell about it. But these are things that you have to do as an artist. Like you have to, with your commissioned work, you have to kind of pull the information out of people who may or may not have the language to do so. And like communication is one of those big things that you just kind of you have to be adaptive with. You have to grow with. So in my line of work, I find that really important. Like I was looking at my Basquiat notebook, and I kept a piece. So this painting is just called Untitled, which is very apropos even for me. It's done with acrylic and oil stick on linen. So he had like a canvas basically that I guess he didn't. He made a canvas pretty much. You can stretch things and make them into canvases. So he did that, and it's like a boxer type of thing. And he made it in 1982, and it's 76 by 94 inches. So this is a big boy. So I looked at this, and I thought about it for a minute, where I was like, what must be the mindset of a person just making work? Because like we all paint, and we just do, you know. It's interesting to see people who don't understand that like there's not always a meaning behind every painting. Sometimes there's just a passion behind it, and so that emotes through everything. So I'm working on that. I keep thinking about like this old sketchbook I have, and like some of these old prints that I was doing for my Genshi, my Handes. And I'm just trying to kind of come about and figure out where I want to go with it. I really love this. I thought about making this one actually into like a clay piggy bank. The heart giant. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be really cool. And I'm sure I will at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it as of yet. And I'm just it's funny when I look through these. I'm just like, oh, that's really good. Oh, that's really good. And I'm just like, this is not fascinating for other people. You know, flirkins and whatnot. Um, yeah, I just think I'm working on everything. That's probably the biggest answer. I'm working on everything. I do want to put out a new book, maybe in the winter, perhaps. So keep your eyes open for that. I don't know what it's going to be about just yet. I have quite a few paintings that I could put into it, but I'm trying to figure out what the theme of the book's going to be. Because I've definitely done a few of them, and this would be my fourth book, my fourth art book. And so I want to figure out where I want it to go. That's kind of the gist. So I ate all my food. That is typically the end of the show, but I had so much to say I had to keep going. Hola Galeras. Thank you to my patrons. Thank you to all the people on YouTube. Thank you to my people on Kara, my people on Instagram, everybody. You're all wonderful. My SG's out there. Much obliged. I don't have any blue masking tape right now, so sorry, servers. Yeah, it's all good. I shall see you soon. Painter out. Ciao. Next week. Bye.